These two Accra-based teams, 32 degrees Celsius weather for this afternoon's game between Liberty, who were beaten 3-2 at home by Inter Allies during the midweek, up against Olympics, hoping to recover from that 4-0 thrashing at the hands of Artebok. My name is Nana Dakwajesi, together with Sichofe Astrim Philip, while your commentators for this afternoon's game here at the Accra Sports Stadium. The bragging rights at stake, and most importantly, the 3 points to cushion their standings on the league log of the Premier League. Welcome again if you just joined us. We're live on Star Times Adepa Channel 247, and it's the Ghana Premier League on a Sunday afternoon at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Well, we wait for recovery for these two sides. Having lost in the midweek, Liberty losing at home and Olympics losing to their rivals Accra Hearts-of-Oak. But for Liberty, they have lots of positives they could have picked up from that game. They scored twice in that game, but for Accra Great Olympics, it was a poor show in the game against Hearts-of-Oak, and now they have to bounce back and rewrite the scripts in a very, very difficult game.
They must recover and rewrite the script, but it's going to be in a difficult manner. Liberty professionals, they've lost their last 2 games. Consider 6 goals in their last 2 games and only scored thrice. 3-1 against Elmina Sharks and 3-2 at home against Inter Allies. They want to hurriedly put those results behind them and come at Olympics and grab the points. Olympics, they've looked very vulnerable, especially from the last game they played against Hearts-of-Oak. They virtually look non-existent in every department of that game. They need to step up their game and play above themselves. Liberty, in their white jerseys, Great Olympics, the unmistakable identity, blue and white jerseys over blue and white socks to match here at the Accra Sports Stadium. We're going for the toss of coin. Michael Ampedu gets to choose where Liberty will play from. Maxwell Abekwe is captain for Olympics this afternoon in the absence of Emmanuel Clotte, who is on the bench. He and his charges from Olympics will kickstart the game. George Vamao is our center referee. Kwesi Burobe and Francis Atta, as well as Charles Bulu, are the assistant referees. So Enesoa comes in for this game. He was not part of the team that played against Accra Hearts-of-Oak. Gripman also steps in to partner Ofori Dunga. Bafo gets a starting place. Kwe, Ibrahim and Razak all keep their place from the team that lost to Hearts-of-Oak.
Number 9, Yusuf Abdul Razak. Number 12, Jonas Jesse Bafo. Number 14,
Anna Walker is head coach of Great Olympics. So Liberty, they've made some changes to the team. They lost to Inter Allies at home. They've shuffled the pack actually. They are now playing with a 4-man back system. Samuel Amufa gets to partner Mohamed Adams. And then George Anson is playing in his familiar position.
Yeah, I mean, in the last game where they lost against Inter Allies, he actually started as a centre back, then moved into the striking position where he got himself a brace. It is in a comfortable place now for him in attacking role for him today. Let's see if he's got some more goals in his boots. We'll need them.
David Oklu says he takes responsibility for their previous defeats. He's ready to let it count today. There's a bit of a mix-up. Great Olympics presented a team sheet that had Enesoa as their number 1 goalkeeper, but they have presented Nelson Ayuba to man the post for them. So that's a bit of a mix-up.
Yeah. Unless, of course, maybe Soa picked up an injury during warm-up, and right now I'm sure maybe the match official would have been communicated to the referees, would be in the known, and all of that could have been done, I'm sure. Other than that, it's not really possible to have that mix-up. It has to be cleared up in the minds of the referees and, of course, the match commissioner as well.
because this is statutory. This has been presented to the officials and organizers of the Premier League, and so clearly it was a late decision Olympics took to drop Enesoa from the squad.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happened, and if it's because of injury. Normally, maybe during warm-up he picked up a knock or was not feeling too well.
You remember in that game involving Great Olympics and Mediama,
in Takwa.
yes, goalkeeper Joshua Poku was warming up and he picked up an injury.
Yeah.
He had to be replaced by Enesoa, who had not dressed up for the game, so there's every possibility something must have gone wrong.
Surely.
Shaibu Ganiu gradually making this Liberty goalkeeping position his property. He's been able to get the pressure off from Fatal Dida, and Olympics will get us underway here at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's week 15 of the Ghana Premier League 2019-2020. We witnessed Mediama beat Inter Allied by 2-0. Followed up with another win against Legon Cities at this venue. They claim to have won all games on their visits to Accra, and it set the tone for them to start dreaming about winning the Premier League for the very first time.
Yeah, I mean, they have a very formidable side, a very well coached side. The manager is a confident man. He picks his players well. The players are playing with such confidence. But in the Ghana Premier League, things can quickly turn over just a week or two. So you might be in a good form now, but one result can alter everything. But they are in good form at the moment.
Michael Sefa was trying to get to Enes Danso down the left. Here is Abraham Wayo. The grab to score 1-2 for Michael Ampedu. The Liberty captain is galloping into the box. He cuts one back. Some good defending from Great Olympics. Ofori Dunga. So there Ampedu went past Amuzu, sent in the cross.
Amudu has got a very difficult job today because Ampedu is going to be galloping on that side throughout the game.
There he goes again. Here is the Liberty captain Ampedu. He sends the cross too deep. Nobody, miscommunication. Ball falls to Danso. And Olympics will clear their lines. Here's Mubarak Al Hassan. That pass was not a healthy one, not a good back pass to goalkeeper Ayuba. Now this considered a corner kick.
That's a shocking one. Such a shocking pass back to the goalkeeper. It doesn't matter how good the goalkeeper is with his feet. It's just a poor pass. You don't do this. Asking for trouble.
Samuel Amofa sends the two pass. Mubarak. Another deflection off.
Yeah, good start by Liberty.
Ampedu switches one inside, away by Dunga. Pushing from Amponsa de Graft.
And right from the onset, you can see the game plan of Liberty. They want to get to the front foot and try to suffocate Olympics, who at the moment don't look like a team that has the confidence around them. They want to make it count in the early stages of the game, and so far so good. They're moving into very good spaces and good channels.
Good play from Wayo. He's brought down. He gets a free kick right in that center circle. Isaac Jemfi lucky not to get into the books of Bomao. right on the ankle of Wayo.
We spoke about Ampadu and the energy he's got to gallop on that side of his, but he also has to be wary of the pace of that man, Abdul Razak Yusuf, and of course Sule Ibrahim, who's also tricky on his day. So it's interesting battles there to pick on that fast on that left hand side.
Hamza Zakari, Jemfi. Here's Philip Saki. Hamza is trying to pick out Isaac Jemfi. And it's done so. Picks it up for Liberty. Mubarak Yusuf with a through one looking for Elvis Cheba for, but Ayuba is quick to react and comes out of his area. Kwe tries an audacious one. Impressive effort from the Olympics captain of the day, Kwe.
Yeah, and that is important. They are always offering support for Abdul Razak Yusuf as a centre forward. He can get onto those balls and knock them down, but once these runners are coming off him, they are going to pay dividend, and that is it. Headed the ball into the path of Kwe, and on the volley, just couldn't get it on target, but it's promising.
It's already 5 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Olympics 0, Liberty Professionals 0. Good pace from Danso. He does so to get to the end of it. Sends a cross, but the track back from Kwe is impressive. It's a corner for Liberty.
Yeah. You have Danso on one side, you have Ampadu on the other side. These players have got great pace and great energy. That is why today Saki and Amuzu have got an important job to do to keep an eye on those guys, because once they gallop down that side, it's dangerous.
Mubarak Al Hassan. Danso. Here is Abraham Wayo. Quick feet, brilliant skill from Wayo. Got knocked off even before you could get the cross out. Amuzu. There is David Amuzu. Kwe does what to keep it out. He prevents the goal kick, but he gets the throw in Liberty's way. Mohamed Mabasha Sata, regular players for Liberty, warming the bench this afternoon. Che Barfour, De Graft, Barfour. Ampadu has got Wayo to his right, put 1-2 for Mubarak Al Hassan, 1-2 with Wayo. Amuzu to Wayo's left. Mubarak Al Hassan cuts it back. Che Barfour just didn't have that sense of awareness. Offside.
Yeah, that was a lovely piece of work there by Liberty, the way they played the ball from behind to the opponent's half was just great to see. Mubarak was just not on the same page on that occasion. I thought it was a good cutback, and he just made that run into the box on the edge of the area. He could have been connected to it. Passing and movement looking very good at the moment for Liberty.
Jemfi puts one for Razak Yusuf. Good play from Adams. Final delivery. Poor. Ahmed Adams is short of ideas, he's looking for options, doesn't find any. committed a penalty. Brought down Rich Molante. Adebayo failed to convert from the spot as Shaibu Ganiu rose to the occasion to deny Adebayo that goal in that game.
Yeah, if they can summon that performance that they had in that second half, it's going to do them a lot of good. I thought they bounced back well from going down by 2 goals. Just rather unfortunate at the end where it was Interlife that was just too good for them.
And Pedu making his way into the Olympics area. Finally he stopped. Ball travels only as far as Michael Sefa. Wayu spits into the ball. Quay. Saki. 10 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Olympic 0, Liberty 0. David Amuzu. Here's Jesse Barfour. Lovely pass to Amuzu. Can he send a decent cross? A shot across. Well defended by Liberty. Poor touch from Wayo.
Yeah, great play there by Olympics. The first time of the game we've seen them putting these passes together in the final third of Liberty. Brilliant ball to the near post, but well defended like you rightly said. The awareness right on top of the mark.
James swings one in. This can be dangerous. Abdul Razak Yusuf had his shot blocked. And Sule Ibrahim was in that offside position. Matthew Foridunga finds Philip Saki. Here is Jenfi looking for Razak. Razak has got Sule doing the run. He decides to go to the right side all by himself and he gets a free kick.
And that is what it's made of. Pace and power.
Hamza finds Quay. Puts one through for Philip Saki. This is where he can be dangerous. George Anso did well to track back and stop him from getting that cross inside.
Yep.
As a defender, he's already got 2 goals in the Premier League, Philip Nico Josaki. Corner taken, shot one. Hamza with a left-footed drive straight to Ganiu. Ganiu won't be beaten, but that was some quality strike from Hamza Zakari.
Yeah, it was a good one. He just pulled away from everybody to get onto the edge of the box. Once the ball came to him, he just had to engineer to create that space for himself and take the shot quickly. It was on target, but right through the middle. Either way of the goalkeeper would have been struggling because the ball moved 3 bodies. Not sure if he had a full clear of it. Good save nevertheless.
Mubarak Al-Hassan has got George Anson. Anson gets the corner from the foot of Philip Saki. It's a Liberty Professionals corner kick. Michael Ampedu will step forward. Sends a cross inside. Hamza goes up and gets his head on it. Quay finally gets it away, but only as far as a Liberty throw-in. Che Barfour gets the free kick He was caught in between two Olympics defenders, tried to meander his way, and he got the decision his way. Mubarak swings one in, it could be teasing. Ayuba didn't want to take chances. Good goalkeeping.
Yeah, wasn't too sure what was behind him, so he couldn't take chances there. Saw the ball all the way through and had to get something on it to take it out for safety.
Corner taken.
The second time already, Ampadu is swinging in this kind of cross and or corner. It's coming straight around the penalty spot. You need a very brilliant header there to score, because around that space is where lots of competition is going on. I wonder if they actually take an in-swinger rather than swinging it out to that space. Difficult to attack the ball in those areas if you're not the brilliant head of the ball.
Samuel Amufa complains, and Razaki Koli goes down. The two of them went up together. So there you see Razak's elbow right in his face.
Right in his face. I'm not sure what Razak is also claiming there, but it was his elbow that was going straight into the face of the defender. But he claims he was also impeded mid-air.
Liberty Professionals, before that defeat to Elmina Sharks, had chalked up some impressive results on the road. That draw to Chelsea in Brekum, that win over Dwarfs in Cape Coast, that draw against Asante Kotoko in Kumasi, and that win against Wafa in Sogakope brought some positive, commendations for Liberty, only for them to just disappear in terms of their own competitive spirit in the Premier League, conceding 2 goals, 6 goals in 2 games. Tells you this Liberty team is losing the momentum.
Yeah, they've lost their way a bit. You mentioned they've struck some very impressive results, especially the one and Sogakope. Not too many people gave them that chance, but they went there to pick all the 3 points. Also in Kumasi, picking up a point against Kotoko in a game that I thought they could have won. They had some decent performances, but in recent weeks they've lost their way a bit. So you wonder if that has to do with self-doubts now. But it's up to the manager now to get the boys to start believing again.
Free kick for Great Olympics, and NS Danso disagrees with Bomao. George also went in for that tackle. Difficult call.
Yeah.
It's a free kick for Great Olympics. We're approaching 20 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. There's no go to Olympics, no go to Liberty Professionals. Gripman, side netting. So the left back who came into place was Bonsu, David Amuzu.
Yeah.
Trying his luck on that one.
Trying to catch the goalkeeper on the near post. But it's always a difficult technique to go for, especially if it's going low. It does not happen over the wall. It's always difficult to squeeze it to the near post of the goalkeeper. Throw it into the side net on the occasion.
So Jamal Haruna, the Great Olympics gangling centre back, he's not in this team. He's not in the dressing party as well for this game. He's been one of their best defenders in the Premier League. Didn't quite enjoy the night against Atsobok. Wayo. Ball is played back into his path and Pedu's cross in. What a goal! It would have been for Liberty Professionals Elvis Cheba for. Good reaction from goalkeeper Ayuba.
A good reaction. And then you see they get the ball ricocheted into the path of Ampedu, who just put that cross in. What a lovely cutback that was. Cheba for. Just trying to get that one on target, but it was again right down the middle. Goalkeeper still had to react to do enough to get to it. And that was a lovely attacking play there by Liberty Professionals. That is why Ampedu is so dangerous. He's always lurking around the area where he can swing one in. And that was a beautiful ball into the box.
So Olympics have made 2 changes to the back 4 that lost to Atsobok. Jamal is out, Jamal Dean is out, and then Osebon, so their regular left back has also made way for Amuzu. "20 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. Yet to witness any goals between Liberty and Olympics in another Accra derby. Olympics lost the big derby to Atsobok. So just look at it. Liberty have already lost 2 derbies. They lost to Atsobok in Dansuman and they lost to Inter-Allies. This is the only derby they can hope to win before the first round of the league comes to an end. Philip Niko Josaki's delivery inside and Pedu had it well read. He gets the ball out for a corner advantage, Great Olympics. Jesse Balfour was just lurking around behind him. Jesse Balfour poorly taking corner kick. Abraham Wayo loses possession to Sule Ibrahim. 2 seasons ago, Sule tried his luck out at Liberty. Really didn't make the cut at Liberty. But that pass to Jesse Balfour was not well timed.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of passes, but Jesse Balfour was surprised that he was caught offside there. He knew the ball was going to come to him, so he just had to take a look at this. He has so much time and space to make a proper run there. He just knew he was in space. He was the one to receive the ball. Still was caught in the offside trap. Poor.
Could have decided to drift wide and create more space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then decided to go direct. Abdul Razak Youssef wants to use the space to advantage, and Amufar gets the ball out for a corner to Olympics. Defensively, Liberty has been a very fragile side. I tell you what, they've scored 20 goals and they've conceded 21 goals.
Yeah. What a statistic they'll be happy about.
They really let him goals. But it's Olympics who have scored 12 and conceded 19. They get a first goal through. The captain of the side, Quinn. Well taken corner from Amuzu. It just fell right in front of the captain of the day for Great Olympics. And he makes no mistake. Maxoni Abekwe. He makes it 1-0 for Great Olympics.
Again, you wonder if the goalkeeper should be claiming this one. It's in an area where goalkeeper Kanu Shaibu should be stepping off his line to claim it. He stays right on his line and nobody in that area to deal with it. I'm thinking this is poor goalkeeping. it's just in the goalkeeper's territory. He should be stepping out to get something on that. He does not, and nobody picking up the captain of the day, Nikwe. And he had just a very simple job to do, just to tap that ball into the back of the net. You remember that when I spoke about from how the captain of Liberty Professionals and Pedu was delivering it. This was right in and around the area where you don't need to be good at connecting to the ball. Just a little touch and they've got your goal, and that is what Olympics now have done. 1-0.
Clearly there was some defensive disorganization at the Liberty Red, and it cost them so dearly. They are down by 1 goal, but Olympics, having they given a good account of themselves to have recovered from that 4-0 thrashing at the hands of Asabok and coming to this game with such confidence, clearly they deserve to be up, although Liberty have been the side playing the free-flowing and beautiful football.
I think Liberty, they created some decent chances. Ball went straight through to the goalkeeper. But these are the little mistakes that you get punished with at this level. It's the Premier League level. I thought Ganiu Shaibu should be stepping out to claim that he did not.
That is an area he commands, needed not to ask any questions. Would this be the equalizer? George Anson didn't get his shot right. It would have been some kind of a reaction from Liberty.
Would have. That ball was just stuck in between his legs, couldn't sort his feet out quickly in time to get a shot away.
Red Olympics just 1 place above the relegation zone. They lie 15th on the league log with 14 points, 4 wins, 2 draws, and they've lost as many as 8 games, conceding 19 goals in the process.
Yeah, if they go on to win this, it will be a very, very big win for them.
Surely it will. Here is Amuzi. Sule Ibrahim is stopped by Amofa. It's a handball against Samuel Amofa according to Samuel Vomao. Referee Vomao. Free kick for Great Olympics. Amuzu again shows interest with Sule Ibrahim also stepping forward. And Sule kills one, it goes over the top with the goal kick. So let's run through games across the other league centers. Bechem United, after 31 minutes, is 0-0 against Aduana Stars. Recruit Chelsea are being held at home by the West Africa Football Academy. There's already 1-1 in Techiman between Dwarfs and 11 Wonders. And Elmina Sharks lead Dreams FC by 1-0. At the Akun Park in Takwa, it's goalless between Karela and Obuasi Ashanti Gold. And at the Accra Sports Stadium, it's Olympics 1, Liberty 0.
Elmina Sharks, another team that is in some very, very good, confident mood now. Played so well in the game against Kotoko. A lot of people have argued they should have had a penalty, they should have won that game, they could have taken their chances, they did not. But
you know who rescued Asante Kotoko from the jaws of defeat in that game?
I'm going to say Kwame Ba.
You know, I had a lot of people making so much noise about the fact that that was a world-class reaction from Kwame Ba.
Yeah,
now they say there's no dispute with Asante Kotoko's best goalkeeper.
And the rate at which he's performing is difficult for Maxwell to recall Felix to the starting lineup. Difficult one.
Hamza brings down Mubarak Al Hassan. Liberty gets the advantage. That's the injured Great Olympic midfielder Glasson Awako, the former TP Mazembe and Hearts of Lions midfielder. His absence is telling on this team.
It is. I mean, they have nobody really in the midfield to dictate the play for them and, you know, control and calm things in that midfield.
Abdul Razak Yusuf goes past Mohamed Adams. He's twisting and turning. He sends a shot across. Ganiu makes that save for Liberty.
Yeah, that is his game. Yusuf, he loves to run behind his defenders because he's got the pace. On occasion, he just couldn't deal with the ball early enough, or deal with the ball well there. That was Adams Mohammed, and it was pickpocketed by the very pacey striker for them. He was trying to just cut the ball across the face of goal, but it was straight to the goalkeeper there.
Gripman, mistimed header, it goes outside for a corner advantage Liberty. Ampedu, the cross in. Hamza controls it on his chest and is cleared away by Jesse Balfour. This time, Mohamed Adams won't take chances.
I honestly think Olympics have got some of the best fans in the league.
Colorful.
Yeah,
Passionate.
they're always representing the club in colors.
Yep.
Yeah, replica jersey. Other teams do claim they have fans, or they have fans that
They show their identity.
But they show it. They really do show it. They never hide it. Whether the team is battling for relegation or winning games, they're always around in the colors. It's lovely to see, and I really do hope that a lot of other fans of other clubs will do the same.
Great Olympics. Nikwe again tries a left-footed drive from afar. Hamza Zakari and Isaac Jemfi have taken over the midfield, and it's having so many problems for Liberty. They are creating a lot of problems for the Grafton Mubarak. It's 30 minutes. It's 1-0 for Great Olympics. These Olympics fans are enjoying every bit of the action. Singing and chanting just because they're up by 1-0. You can't begrudge them. On Wednesday night, they were cut to size by Hatzabok. Griffman gets the ball away from Seifa. Here is Ampedu. That's what to go past. Amuzu sends the cross in. Hamza does what to get back and head the ball away. Hatzabok striker Bernard Atta gradually becomes surplus to the requirements at Hatzabok Atta.
It's currently out of favor.
Ampedu's delivery. Heads go up. Cheba Force header goes wide.
Yeah.
So I can understand why Ampedu, Bernard Atta is here. He played for Liberty Professionals and was their best player in the season he played before joining Azam in Tanzania.
Yeah.
Coming to show solidarity.
It was such a lethal man when he played for them.
Sure.
Just lost that form and that grip.
Philip Saki is trying to put one through for Abdul Razak Youssef. The goal kick. Samuel Amofa. One of those players who were sacrificed for that unfamiliar back three rows in that game against Inter Allies. Together with Enes Danso, they were made to pay the price because their coach wanted to experiment, and it backfired.
I mean, he took full responsibility for that, didn't he? He didn't say that.
That's the mark of an honest coach.
Yeah. He didn't blame the players, didn't put the blames at anybody's doorstep.
Ampedu gets onto this one, cut back. Wayo, he's quick, but he fouls David Amuzu, and decision will go the advantage of Great Olympics.
Yeah. Wayo is quick, like you said. It can be trouble. It can be very difficult to deal with because of his stature. so quick and swift, can move into space and channels and still pull away from his men with that tricks that he's got in his boots.
Got promoted from the Liberty under 20 before the commencement of the new season, and he's walking into this first team and having some really good games. That cross from Danso was far too deep, but Wayo does well to get to the end of it. He's got Amuzu to beat. He finds Ampedu. Ampedu brings down Amuzu. He handled the ball in the process, but he had already been fouled by the Liberty captain.
Yeah, he was being heckled and pushed. Yes, he got his hand onto the ball once he was falling, but there you see it. But it wasn't so much in that one, to be fair to Ampedu. Must feel for Coach Oklu because his team hasn't performed badly. As an away side, they've dominated possession, they've played some great football. Just that one moment where they lacked that concentration from the set piece. Goalkeeper didn't come and claim it, and nobody was picking up Quay on the far post. They are paying for it.
I had a conversation before the start of the game with a football fan who was telling me with Great Olympics there are a lot of fans, very passionate, but he's realized that the age bracket of those who really support Great Olympics are those above 40. They are more than the young ones who support the team, and after taking a look around the stadium, I'm tempted to believe.
Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising, is it? When you take a look at the Olympics and their history, it's a very formidable side. And so those who are around, like you said, about 40, 50, thereabout, when they were young.
There are many among the Olympic fans. Yes. You want to really have a glance through the supporting base of Olympics.
It's not surprising because at the time where they were very young, Olympics was a force to reckon with, and they've stuck with them, they've lived with it, they still remember those days, and they are hoping that the team gets back to that level.
They've been around with Great Olympics, having all those nicknames, and they've enjoyed it all these years. Ampedu's corner. Sepak tried to get his head on it. Cheba for impeding goalkeeper Nelson Ayuba.
So that's the corner kick again an outswing that always difficult for attacking players to get the headers right, especially when the ball is spinning away from goal. It's difficult for them to generate the power and they get their body shapes in the correct positions to head it back on targets, especially when other defenders or other players are in and around them to apply the pressure.
Here's Maxwell Niabekwe. Ampedu was always going to be first to the ball. Very aggressive tackle.
Yeah, very aggressive, but after the pass was a little bit off.
Goal kick for Liberty. Maxola Niabekwe. Asante Kotoko have a date to Interallies tomorrow night at the Accra Sports Stadium. Not surprising to see their coach Maxwell Kredu around. He's at the stadium to watch Olympics. He's at the stadium to watch Great Olympics. They are yet to play Great Olympics at Santi Kotoko in this season's Premier League.
Yeah, they are yet to.
They've been held already by Liberty, and so it's just fair that he comes to have first-hand information about this team. Here's Sule Ibrahim. Tries to pick one in for Jesse Balfour.
Yeah, clever idea. Clever idea. Jesse Balfour was making a move into that area where nobody was tracking. Had that ball gone straight through to him, that would have been right on the plate for him to head it into the back. We'll take a look at him.
Mohamed Adams saw the danger behind him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he won't commit a foul that will result in a penalty in today's game.
He's learned his lessons.
Maybe. He was completely devastated by that penalty call from that foul he committed. But he was saved by Ganyu. Amuzu's corner nearly resulting in the second goal for Great Olympics again. Ganyu is failing to command this area, and that is the problem with Liberty's defensive response to Great Olympics.
It's the second time already Ganyu is failing to deal with those area balls coming across him. I mean, it's a good corner kick, but it should be easy for a goalkeeper to catch or gather. He flouts it, and it could have dropped anywhere. Unfortunately for him, it dropped to his player. Ampadu on that occasion, and it's cleared off the line.
Mubarak Al Hassan goes down, no penalty.
He overruns the ball a little bit.
He's been their playmaker all season. Brilliant ball juggler. He's got the ability to give some good passes, and he's a goal scorer as well. Here is Mubarak! Brilliant try from Mubarak Al Hassan. Michael Sefa popping up from that midfield position. Once it felt like it was Mubarak Al Hassan.
Yeah.
This is an unpardonable error. Can Liberty make it count? George Anson was looking for a foul.
Yeah. So that was a poor goal kick to begin with. What was the goalkeeper doing there? Liberty couldn't capitalize, but George Anson was looking for a foul there.
Olympics have a man down. That's Abdul Razak Youssef. We're 4 minutes away from the 45 minutes of first half football, and Olympics still hang on to Maxwell Niabekwe's goal.
With Olympics now aware that Shaibu is struggling to deal with the area balls, beginning to think that they'll be looking for a lot more fouls in the areas where they can whip in the ball, so looking for corner kicks to test his confidence in dealing with area balls.
Mubarak, that's all to find Ampadu. The graft. Sefa! Good drive from the holding midfielder.
They're always serving away from targets, Sefa. Again, they couldn't go through the middle, so they had to work it through to the midfield, but there is just slices across the ball, and it's always drifting wide. Always.
There's a yellow card for Abdul Razak Youssef for that challenge on Adams Mohammed. He was claiming innocence, but that call was right in front of Vomao. An outstretched elbow. This is the second time he stretched out his elbow in an aerial battle.
Yeah, I'm sure that is why he's going into the books. I'm not sure this is worse than the first, but
at least he's repeated it.
Yeah, one time too many. I'm sure that is what the referee is going to say.
Lucky to get the decision Liberty's way, Sefa, because that was lackluster on the spot.
That was soft.
Enes Danso brings down Sule Ibrahim. Bomao says play on. George Anson up against Matthew Fori Dunga. Clever play from Dunga. That was meant for Razak Youssef. Didn't even make the attempt to race for the ball.
And it was running away from him. That is his game. He really loves to go in behind the defenders, and his teammates know that. He's got the pace to do it. I'm sure he knew he was offside, so he just decided not to chase it.
Jemfi. Maxwell Nikwe. Jesse's asking him, you could have played it to my feet.
Yeah.
Oklu gesturing to his guys from the bench, but it's still not working. One minute of stoppage time. Here is Philip Niko Josaki. Mubarak. Wayo. Enes Danso. Gripman. For clearance. And Mubarak gives away possession. Maxwell Nia Bekwe. That's all in tracking back to help the defenders. He's provided a shield for Amuzu. Anytime Liberty double up their efforts on that right side of their attack. Good play from Cheba 4. Gets to Ampedu. Goes past Gripman. Is it a foul? A penalty for Liberty. What a call. Did Gripman intentionally obstruct the run of Ampedu?
Yeah, we'll see from here.
Did Ampedu bump into him?
That was Ampedu going there. Heavy foot in there. Just bumps into him. I'm not sure what Gripman could have done in that position. There's no way he can get himself out of that way. And he's actually protecting himself if you look at his body language. And it's a shocking decision for me because it even goes into the books of the referee as well.
Gripman goes on to get the yellow card. This is harsh on the young defender.
It is. It really is.
Ampedu knew exactly what he wanted. Decided to go for broke. And Gripman already made space to tackle Ampedu. And Ampedu's pace was just going straight into the body of Gripman.
Yeah. To be fair to Ampedu, it wasn't as if he was looking for the penalty, no. I mean, he was actually going for the ball.
Yeah.
And of course, Gripman had every right to also compete for it, but there was no way Gripman could get himself away from there.
Elvis Cheba is behind this for Liberty. Bomo has allowed Cheba to do whatever he wants to do with the ball. He's got 7 goals in the Premier League. Can he make it 8? Cheba 4! Liberty are back in it. Right at the dead before the halftime whistle. Liberty professionals get the equalizer through Elvis Cheba 4, who scores his 8th goal of the current Premier League campaign.
Yeah, did you ever think he was going to miss? Absolutely no way. He's such a confident run onto the ball and just dispatches it. The pace of the ball is good. The height of the ball is always going to be difficult for the goalkeeper. And on the stroke of half-time, it is Cheba 4 who gets its 8th goal to level matters here against Olympics. Now team talks will change for both sides.
Liberty are back into business. They've drawn parity, and you expect Bomao to blow his whistle, and there he goes. His whistle to wrap up the first half, and what a time to equalize. This must be pretty good news for Liberty professionals. They are going into the break with a late equalizer that makes up for 1-1 after the home side Great Olympics had jumped into the lead from some poor defensive organization of the Liberty Rare. It's halftime at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Olympics 1, Liberty Professionals 1. Sefa getting us underway. But it's Olympics who pick up possession early. Philip Nikojo Saki, lovely work from the dreadlock right back. Can he score here? Decided to go for glory, but he had very quality options available to him. Could have gone to the right or left, but hey, after making his way into the box, he decides to go for glory himself.
Yeah, he's never shy of shooting, Saki. So they got 2 goals to his name, and you can see why. Always threatening to cause problems in the box.
George Anson up against Gripman. Gripman is very cautious. He's already picked up a yellow. Ampedu loses possession to JC Balfour. Hamza Zakari, Sule Ibrahim. Lovely pass to Philip Nikojo Saki. James Fee, Razak, Saki going for goal. Tricky one, but
I thought he was trying to cross to the far post. He just couldn't wrap his foot around the ball. It was difficult with the way his body posture was. There, take a look at his leg. He was just trying to cross it into the far post, but always a difficult skill to execute. Need something special to get that done.
On their bench, they've got some quality experienced players. They've got Emmanuel Crotty, former top scorer of the Premier League, and they also have former Santi Kotoko winger Olenu Ashite, who has also played for Hartlepool in the past. And as Dansos ran, curtailed by Ofori Dunga. So they decide to keep the ball among themselves, and lucky Liberty didn't react early enough.
Olenu Ashite, he during his days at Hartlepool played some very good games for them. Should took Masters and Kotoko, and things didn't work out for him, but let's see if he can, relaunch his career here with Olympics, so he can remember or get to the form where he was when he played for the Phobians.
Yes, he was part of that Asante Kotoko team that got an accident some 2 seasons ago on the Nkoko Road, and that took him some 3 steps backwards as far as his career is concerned. With the kind of talent he has, he should have been way up somewhere with the stellar clubs. Razak, Saki, Jamfi, Ganiu this time has control over that area, but the flag was up.
Yeah, the flag was up. There you see it now. Not from here, but there. But again, interesting to see who the header came off or who the ball came off. Was it Ambofa? If it came off from Ambofa, then really it was not offside, but goalkeeper had already made his way out to claim that.
This will be a yellow card on Matthew Oforidunga. Careless challenge on Mubarak Yusuf. Mubarak Al Hassan. The most creative player in this Liberty side, Matthew Oforidunga, for his troubles, he gets a yellow card. Third Olympics player to go into the books.
Yeah, the flick on there. The ball just headed back to him. He just was trying to approach, but take a look at his leg. They're very unnecessary, the way he stuck out his leg.
Needless.
Almost aiming to get to the player with that and just lunged into him. That's a poor one. I mean, I've seen this. I've seen players go off for similar offense or even less. It's a lucky man to be walking on the pitch, but referee cautions him with that yellow card.
Matthew Ofori gets a caution for that reckless challenge on Mubarak Al Hassan. So the 2 central defenders of Great Olympics are all on a yellow. Gripman and Ofori. That's poor from De Graaf. Adams colliding with his goalkeeper Ganiu. And Voma's whistle goes against Great Olympics.
Yeah.
Much to the disbelief and displeasure of the fans and the players.
I mean, I can understand why the referee blows the whistle, because Abdul Razak Yusuf pushed this man there. Take a look at him as he makes his way to try and claim his hand.
Okay, there was a push.
Yeah, in his back. He pushed him, so I can understand why the referee is giving them. That is why goalkeeper and player collided. It's a great spot by the referee. You could quite clearly see his hands in his back. There you see it quite clearly from here. Pushed him. And he should be careful because it's already on a yellow card for using his hands. And this time around, it's his hand that is pushing.
So he's on a yellow.
Yeah,
Griezmann is on a yellow. And then Matthew Ofori is on a yellow.
Yeah.
Those two are central defensive partners, Griezmann and Ofori. Mubarak Al-Hassan, George Anson, and then Che Bafo can make the most of it by taking more of the balls to them and playing them into these tackles that can get them more fouls. And they know they're on a card, they will be very cautious going in with those tackles.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. 100% spot on with that.
Nelson Ayuba gets to Maxoni Abekwe, puts 1-2 for Razak. He's up against Ahmed again. Ahmed with a touch on that ball.
Yeah. Great hold up play there by Razak. It was all of this no support. Hold on to the ball and just wanted to throw in the area where his teammate can now offer support in attack.
Lovely play from Olympics. Here is Philip Saki. Gets the ball back to the goal scorer. Sliding tackle from Enes Danso, giving Olympics a corner. Amuzu again steps up for this corner kick. His first corner resulted in that goal. This one was to the near post, well defended by Mubarak Al-Hassan.
Disappointing. But it's twice already that his corner kicks have tested the goalkeeper. One resulted in the goal. I thought he'd have gone for it in a similar fashion. Chose to go for the near post in the end. Danger is cleared.
Razak is beginning to have his impact to tell on the Olympics attack. Will this be the second good defending from Liberty? And again, Bomawo gets the decision against Great Olympics, and the players will react. But a ball to the near post by Maxonia Bekwe looked very dangerous.
Yeah. Lovely piece of skill to get the ball to get past his body and then run onto it. Was there a handball in there? But I'm just crossing across the face of the goalkeeper. That's what to get to me. But there you see it.
So they were pushing. They were pushing on the back of Amufa. Yeah.
And Amufa, okay, the ball landed in his hand. So there was a foul before the handball. So
exactly.
Right call.
Abe, Jenfi. Abe is offside. Thought he was going to go for power himself. Jenfi released Abe at the time. He was already offside.
Yeah. I'm not sure he had enough space to try and get to the shot. There's so much pressure in and around him. Saw Abe in space, just didn't know that he was offside at the time. Abe should have known.
Mubarak Al-Hassan for Liberty Professionals. His distribution hasn't been the best this afternoon. Good play from Hamza.
Brilliant.
Lovely pass from Jenfi to Kwe. Danso is pushed over by Quay. Free kick for Liberty. So you see Danso making the run. The boat went in for the ball and he failed. You can agree with Abe that it was a harsh decision on him. Amofat delivers. Chebafor controls. Looking for support. That's what to hang on to it. Chebafor. That's disappointing for Chebafor.
At every point in time that you mentioned his name, that was at the points we were supposed to take the shot.
Exactly.
He didn't. But that was really just control. Give that to him 100%. Brilliant stuff. Showed great skill and you know, strength to go past his man here. Lovely little lay back to him. Right there. You thought he could have hit it. There again. He just let the ball run across his body and was always getting away from him at the time he was taking the strike.
So you see how cautious Gripman and Matthew Ofori have become.
Yeah.
They allowed him space to weave his way into that
Because they are in
box.
the books already.
Exactly.
And that is where they have to capitalize now, Liberty professionals. Coach needs to be sending the message to them that play around them, play in behind them, try to go past them. Defenders naturally don't like attackers running in behind them and around them.
Danso delivers. Decision goes against Liberty. Handball against George Anson. Poor clearance from Bafu Jesse. Hamza, that's what to get the ball for Olympics, looking for options. Here is Isaac Gentry. Was trying to get one to Razak. Well defended by Ahmed Adams Mohammed. Now Danso can move forward. Mubarak finds Anson. Lovely pass. Would this be the second goal? That was close. Elvis Chebafor once again missing the post by inches. But the pass from
what a ball that was.
Anson was just
Anson.
awesome.
Lovely take, just picked up his head and saw his man running into that tunnel. A beautiful ball with outside of his boots to find him. Chebafor in the form in which he hits. He could have just tapped that home to make it his 9th of the season. Unfortunately, he just placed that over the bar, but that was a huge chance by George Anson. What a brilliant ball that was. The vision and then the skill to execute it. Top quality.
Olympics beginning to live dangerously here at the Accra Stadium. Liberty seems to have found their confidence in that star man up front, the 8th goal man of the Premier League, Elvis Chebafor. Now Anson has drifted to the left and Mobak Al-Hassan has gone right behind Anson. But here is Olympics. Abdul Razak Yusuf, he gets into the box. Razak! The idea, the technique, the execution, everything about that move did not really have any positive impact.
Yeah, he does well here to go past his man too, but nobody really is available for him to feed the ball into. Nobody presents him an outlet. So as a striker, I try to go for it and, well, there's a corner.
Sule Ibrahim's corner deep inside. Ganu repels it. Philip Saki got past to Jemfi and Jemfi gives away possession. I get the feeling he'll be sacrificed by his coach, Isaac Jemfi. Here is Chebafor tearing away from Dunga. Chebafor tries to pick out Abraham Wayo, but Nelson Ayuba had it well read and got to the ball before Wayo can pounce on it.
The game is stretching. Both teams now beginning to lose their shape a little bit now, creating spaces and allowing attacking players lots of room to operate. And that is where one team can be clinical and capitalize and now regroup and form a formidable shape to block the opposition from leveling it. At the moment, it's end-to-end stuff.
Matthew Dunga's ball finds Danso. His header gets to Abe. Ahmed nearly beaten by Razak. Ganiu Dasso to move out of his area and get the ball away for Liberty. Good tackle from Enes Danso. Anna Walker is likely to bring in Yawo Boba as a replacement for Isaac Jemfi. Jemfi kills the corner deep in, flicked away by Mohamed Adams, and here is Wayo. Can he go past his marker? He's got pace. Lovely play from Wayo. Looking for support from Sefa. That's all, and Sefa returns the favor. Here is Wayo's cross to the near post. Ayuba fails to make a first time save. Liberty! That is uncharacteristic of Mubarak Al-Hassan. On a normal day, he would have scored from this range. Unlucky Mubarak Al-Hassan.
Yeah, again, lovely play there by Liberty. The way they engineered and manufactured the space there for Wayo on the far side was brilliant. The ball was deep, but goalkeeper couldn't really deal with it. But George Anson, so cool and calm and alert in the way he just headed the ball back across the face of goal for Mubarak, who, like he said, is very much unlike him not to convert when he has that space and time.
Exactly, he's
It was
not
a
being
feeble
himself
effort.
today.
Yeah, feeble effort. Goalkeeper got something on it and stopped right on the line. There you see the way they manufactured the speed on the far side was brilliant for Wayo. First time cross into the far side of the goal. Goalkeeper just can't deal with it because of that bounce. Anson there brilliantly nodding it back into the part of Wayo, who was hitting it when it was falling. Never really generated any power on that.
Opportunity for Liberty to have jumped into the lead through Al-Hassan. Mubarak, there he goes with a lovely through pass, looking for Chebafor, and Chebafor does so to win back the ball for Liberty. Mubarak is pushed by Matthew Ofori. He's already on a yellow. Must be careful. Anna Walker is a furious man. Michael Ampedu, not seen any of his runs in the second half, primarily because Sule Ibrahim is also making that space at the left a very dangerous area for Liberty.
Yeah, that could be more so because of Liberty's attacking play now. They seem to be attacking through Dansu the more. In the second half, ball's been going through Dansu and then Anson.
Adams Mohammed was looking for George Anso's run. Well defended by Philip Nico Josaki. Good play from Danso. Chebafor is onside. Chebafor. Mubarak Al-Hassan. He's trying to get the ball onto the path of Wayo. Here's Mubarak again. Now Chebafor can score here. He kicks the ball against an opponent and it's a corner kick. After scoring from that penalty, he seems to have forgotten how to bang the ball into the net.
I mean, as a striker, he's eager to get a shot away, but right here, I thought he could have just played Mubarak in again with that touch. Just play him in because he's making a run into a very good channel. But they tried to shift the ball to his right foot and kill it to the far post. Never really got the space to work that angle.
Liberty are creating all the chances. They are back dominating the midfield with Sefa and De Graft up in their game. And Pedu's corner away by Gripman. Here's Mubarak's drive, takes a deflection. There's pushing from Che Balfour. Rightly spotted by Vomao.
So there you see the first header cleared out there, lurking on the edge of the area as Mubarak just trying to drill it back into, but that was the push in there.
De Graft, Ampedu, 65 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium, and Liberty and Olympics are drawing 1-1. Here is Abraham Wayo up against the Olympics left back. Ampedu's cross. George Ansel went in with a first-time volley.
Yeah, and right away, straight away, goes down in pain. Not sure he caught the ball too well. Just maybe if you have your dangling leg around and you're trying to go for the shot, sometimes you can actually disturb a little bit of your ankle. You have a feeling that is what's niggling him down. If it is ankle that is holding, then that should be the case.
These are a decent game, especially in this second half.
Yeah,
playing so well. There's a tackle from Enes Danso. Offensively, he's been brilliant, and defensively, he's kept his guard.
There you see them treating the ankle of George Ansel, trying to go for the volley. If the volley is not coming through the legs, then it's coming on top of the feet, right around where the knee is. It can be painful because your leg is dangling a little bit. You can actually just sprain your ankle a bit.
Some confusion among the fans of Great Olympics.
Yeah, several coaches among the fans.
Exactly. De Graft picks out Wayo, cleared away by Amuzu. Good control from Ampedu. Brilliant stuff from the captain, brought down by Sule Bryan. Free kick for Liberty. So I told you we're going to have a substitution. So that's a tackle on Ampedu. Sule lucky not to get a yellow card. Isaac Jemfi is making way for Yao Obwoba. He's not been progressive for Olympics in the second half, Jemfi.
Yeah, it's difficult to blame him. The whole team really hasn't been at it in the second half, and unfortunately he's been sacrificed. Yao Obwoba now will be expected to bring in some more energy, fresh legs.
Liberty equally would want to respond by bringing on Abbas Nuhu. Left-footed midfield enforcer who can also play as a left winger. He's got a brilliant goal in that game against the Aduana Stars. Wayo is having a decent game on the right side for Liberty, but this decision will go against him. Vomao, he flashes his yellow card. So look at Wayo here.
Yeah, I'm not sure that is a card. Wayo is just trying to get to that end. I mean, it's always going down because it's
harsh on Wayo.
I think it is. I think it is harsh on him.
Making his debut in the Ghana Premier League after getting promotion from the Liberty Junior team. The coaches were telling me he gets playing time in games because he's swift. He has the ability to cause a lot of problems for defenders, especially with the kind of pace and skill he has, and he wins them a lot of free kicks as well.
Yeah, that's his game, isn't it? Quick, fast, works hard for the team, moving into spaces and little channels to create problems. It's a nuisance.
Hamza goes for the low one. He gets a return, goes for power this time. Wonderful delivery from Hamza Zakari.
Yeah, not a bad attempt at all. The way they worked the free kick was brilliant as well. There you see him making his way into that space. One touch, then drives at it. Goalkeeper had to be on guard.
It's 70 minutes already at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Olympics 1, Liberty 1. So Wayo will make way for Abbas Nuhu. Wise decision. Save him a red card.
Yeah.
Bring in a player who is equally formidable to get you what you want in the final third.
I mean, Abbas Nuhu provides more strength.
Olympics coming close for the second. Corner taken. He goes to the side net. Amuzu. Not of any of his corner kicks this second half have been productive for Great Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, Shaibu dealt with one of them. The rest of them have just gone straight into the side net.
Amuzu bundled over by Nuhu Abbas. Chelsea and Wafa is 1-1 at 76 minutes. 11 Wonders and Dwarfs is 1-1 at 77 minutes. Elmina Sharks have gone up by 2, but Dreams have responded 1, so it's 2-1 at the Indom Sports Complex. And Ashanti Gold have condemned Karela to a 2-1 lead after 76 minutes. Done so. Sometimes when I watch Karela play and I take a look at the league table, it baffles me because they play really good and they have some quality in that squad.
Yeah. Well, when you take the squad that they've got, not too many teams in this league have got the quality that they've got. Just results not coming through, and you begin to wonder if the manager is going to stay in there for the rest of the season because results haven't been good. They are relegation threatened. Fans are not happy, management is not happy, nothing really working. You wonder if they need a change of voice, they need a change of face, they need something to change around the team.
So Razak Yusuf goes down, but it took so long for Bomao to halt play. Collision with Adams.
I mean, you can understand why it's not a head injury. So he allows the game to go on a bit to see if he's going to get back on his feet.
And he does.
Now he's happening as well.
Seifa. Abbas. Lovely pass to Ampedu. Liberty can be dangerous here. Ampedu says no one Mubarak. Al Hassan. Again. It's not working for Mubarak.
That was textbook onto the efforts. The way they work the ball to the far side and Pedro with a brilliant cutback. You could see Mubarak now arriving into the box, nobody picking him up, nobody tracing the run. But cut him some slack because the boy is wobbling all the way through to him. And at the time he's just about to hit the ball, the boy is not really smooth on the pitch. It just doesn't get a clean strike on that.
But a lot of dynamism and a lot of energy in the Liberty approach in this second half. They are really taking this game to Olympics. Here's Che Balfour. Philip Saki won't take chances, and Balfour thought he should have had a throw in his favor. Hamza. Obuoba. Poor one from Maxor Niabekwe, the man who scored for Olympics. He also scored in that game against Wafa. Abbas has the ability to hang on to the ball. He's got strength. He uses to his advantage. Here is Mubarak Al Hassan. Good tackle from Hamza. Cheba 4. George Anson, good one to with Cheba 4. Now he's got Matthew Ofori to beat. He squares one for Cheba 4, who decided to play the 1-2 with Mubarak. Sefa is brought down by Abuoba. Free kick for Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty now turning on the heat on Olympics. They are quick, swift passing.
And they want to make a substitution. They bring on Mohamed Aminu and they want to take out Jesse Bafo. Jonas Jesse Bafo makes way for Aminu Mohamed. "76 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. Olympics 1, Liberty 1. Ampedu, not too sure what he intended to do, but it didn't look like there was a Liberty player in that space who played that ball.
Yeah, that's a poor one. We all lined up and waiting for the cross to come in so they could gamble and head on it, get a head on it.
Mubarak. Beautiful play from Liberty. Here is Abbas with a Kela in, headed away by Kwe. Mubarak was caught napping and Abuoba did a good recovery on that. Sefa. Amofa. Danso. Lovely output from Liberty. They look business-like. Mubarak. Good play from Liberty. Mubarak could have laid one onto the path of Cheba, but that was the best option, rather than deciding to go past Ofori.
I thought he had a moment to pick that pass up, but lovely play again by them. Take a look at how they are working the ball. Beautiful stuff. Right here, I thought he could have laid it into the path of his striking man. George was in there, and of course Cheba was also in there. But that was
so at this moment you go
right
back
there,
to him.
right there. He could have, but was there contact? Yes, but not enough to warrant a penalty.
They already had one debatable call in their favor.
Yeah, I'm sure at the break the referee would have gone into his locker room to see that and be thinking that he made a mistake.
Hamza Zakari. Liberty are bossing every department of this game. George, he's got 2 Olympics players. He goes past Philip Saki. There he goes past Hamza again. Goes past Ofori, but can't get to the end of that ball. It's a goal kick.
George Anson.
Impressive personal effort.
Lovely feet from him there. He was waiting for the challenge, just kept overridden. Couldn't find his feet again.
Even when Liberty are making the mistakes, Olympics are not making it count for them. Here they go. Aminu. He goes straight and he gives away possession. And here's somebody who just came in expecting him to have a positive impact. It's not encouraging from the substitutes.
Not encouraging. Just overran that ball there when he had opportunities to pick passes. And at the moment for Olympics, they can't be playing to the tempo at which Liberty are playing. They have to find their own tempo.
Aminu again, that's all they run and gives the ball away. Great man. Matthew Ofori. Sule Ibrahim. There he goes. He's pushed back. It should be a yellow card for Michael Sefa. He won't escape.
Yeah. The bodies are beginning to get tired now. Tired legs. Just didn't have the energy and the legs to chase him down, so he just had to heckle him and pull him back.
He played with him at Liberty. He knows how dangerous he can be.
Yeah.
When you allow him these spaces, he's going to go all along and cause problems for you. If it ends this way, it will be the third draw for Olympics in the campaign after 8 defeats. Hamza's deliveries go straight to Ganu. No problems. Foul on Michael Ampedu, the Liberty captain. So Sule seems to have caught him from behind. Yes.
Yeah, that was it, right onto his ankle.
That could be painful.
Yeah, it usually is. Could hear him scream.
So yellow card for Michael Sefa. Cheba that's the run. Good interception from Ofori. Anson. Sefa. De Graft. Tries to pick out Danso. The throwing. Elmina Sharks, they lead by 2 goals to 1. Opportunity for Olympic second. Great save, Ganu. Some intelligent goalkeeping from the Liberty man. Abdul Razak Yusuf did not really have the target he wanted, but the reaction from Ganu when he knew he would have been beaten if he had really not reacted the way he did, is laudable and impressive.
Again, Liberty were all attacking. They left those spaces and were exploiting it, but that contact on the ball was one of the best. Right there, he just went up a little early.
Abekwe has made it 2 for Great Olympics and 1 for Liberty. Brilliant goal by all standards. Magnificent strike. Shaibu Ganu completely beaten, had no answers whatsoever to. It's a praise for the Olympics captain on the day.
Yeah,
it's a real captain's goal.
It's a captain's goal, and it's totally against the run of play. Again from a set piece, and just when they thought they had dealt with it well enough. This one is a poor shot. He just shins it, and there you see the captain now starts pulling away. It's clearly onside. Clearly onside. And take a look at that for a strike. A belter. You'll be thinking goalkeeper side, just maybe should be doing enough from there. But it's completely beaten in his near post, goalkeeper Shaibu. And it's 2-1.
So after all the dominance, after all the chances they created, after everything they did, it's Great Olympics who have just found their voices again back in the stands because they seem to be on the back foot. But here they are with 5 minutes to go. They lead Liberty by 2 goals to 1.
Yeah, we spoke about how Olympics have been conceding throughout the season.
So yellow card for Sule Ibrahim for that deliberate handball. If it ends this way, it will be 3 defeats on the bounce for Liberty.
You wonder if those chances missed by J-Bafo is what is coming back to haunt them.
They're going to pay for that
For a
one.
major part of the game, it was all Liberty. Olympics were nowhere near scoring. But that is where they are now. They found something.
Now they want to bring in Ernest Papako for the final 5 or so minutes. They have themselves to blame. Certainly they have themselves to blame if they lose this game. Here they go. Ampedu up against Amuzi. The Graft is calling. Ampedu responds, and the Graft sends one deep inside. Cheba for his offside.
Flag is up. The right call by the referee.
So Cheba for makes way for Ernest Papako. After fluffing those opportunities, he makes way for Ernest Papako.
Yeah, so he got the goal for the penalty, for the penalty spot, very confidently taken. Fortunately for him, couldn't make the other chances that came his way count. And now his team are in dire need of goals with just 3 minutes to go. What a result this would be for Accra Great Olympics.
Of course, especially after that 4-0
Yeah.
thrashing. At the hands of Atsabok, it would have been disastrous to have lost this one. Here they go. Free kick just around the penalty box. Mohamed Adams, the culprit, bringing down Yao Boba. He went for the man. So Benedict Wobenu is on the score sheet for Ashanti Gold at the Akul Park.
Yeah, at the moment he's the one who's scoring the arena for them.
Liberty has pulled out the grant for Kingsley Atwine. Benedict Wobenu on the score sheet for Ashgold, but here is Olympics up by 2-1, chasing for a third goal. Amuzu over the top, goal kick.
Yeah, a little over ambitious there by Amuzu. Trying to cut the goalkeeper from there, so it's going to be difficult.
The belter, the bullet of a drive from Square. I'm sure can pass as one of the best goals of week 15.
Certainly
Great
can.
goal. Anso's cross is blocked by Gripman. The club minutes away from returning to winning ways. Here is Ampedu. He's stopped by Sule. Gripman gets the ball to Yusuf. Free kick for Liberty. Yusuf fouling Amufa. Here is George Anson. Michael Sefa. Anson. Mubarak Al Hassan. Good play from Mubarak. Olympics are not defending their line, so we're doing 2 minutes of stoppage time. Papako's header nearly causing problems for Great Olympics. Boubacar Hassan. He's been brilliant, but he has not done the most important things when he really must have done those goal scoring opportunities that fell to him. And there were moments where he could have released Che Bafo on a couple of occasions. Olympics hoping for a tag. Opoba! His delivery goes wayward.
Oh, that was a huge chance. That one was going to seal it for Olympics. Opoba here against this man. That is a shocking defending there by Abufa. But Opoba on the turn and the bounce. He's trying to cut the goalkeeper on the near post, but he fails to do so.
Abbas to Papako. He's got Abbas again. Atuahine. There's Anso. Anso! Just over the top. Stanley Afezi and Emmanuel Ofori, coaches of Liberty, for once felt that much needed equalizer had arrived. But look at Anso's drive.
Not the best of techniques from Anso. That one touch from him didn't really take the ball into a position where he could get a full control of the shot.
This will be the 5th win for Great Olympics in 15 matches. They will go. Yes, it's over at the Accra Sports Stadium. 5th win for Great Olympics. It takes them to 17 points on the league log, and they bettered their goal difference. They've gone 14 goals and they have 21 against them. It still doesn't look good for them in terms of goal scoring, but this is some great reaction from Olympics. After losing to Atsawok, they came into this game high confidence, scored first. Liberty equalized when it looked like Liberty were dominating. The captain of the day, Maxwell Niabekwe, steps up with a powerful drive to win the Olympics, their 5th win of the season, and all maximum points in their Accra derby against Liberty Professionals.
Yeah. They're still very disappointed and dejected from where they are. But beautiful game in the second half.
Dejection for Liberty, pure joy for Great Olympics. The men in blue have beaten the Scientific Soccer Labs from Dansoman. Full-time score, Great Olympics 2, Liberty 1.